Hi, friends. This is Suzanne Alexandria. And given that we're in this powerful time of transition with coming into summertime in the solstice coming up later this month of 2021, June 21st, and a powerful solar eclipse, which is appearing on the 10th of June. We are going to do a beautiful transcendental kind of meditation to uplift and align the heart, the chakras, and especially your power center, your solar plexus for this solar eclipse. So this might be rather powerful for many of you if you want it to be. And I'm just going to spend a little bit of time explaining my understanding of what's going on right now. And we are with Archangel Michael today. Archangel Michael is joining us with his energy, his presence to help us stabilize. The big word is let's help you stabilize. For the work ahead, for the opening ahead, for the opening that you're in. Because when you can get and be stable, it's like you're your own yacht, however you want to define your yacht. It's on the ocean, and it's much easier to be a yacht going like this back and forth, going with the tides and the waters when the yacht has an anchor all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. And with these solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, other energy things that always are happening, like this is a recurring thing for us on this planet. And if you're energetically sensitive, you feel it so very much. And that can often feel not good. And sometimes that's purposeful. But our point today is that there are things you can do to establish a deeper grounding, like that anchoring, so that you kind of stay above, like on the top of the wave. And that's what I was starting to ask for yesterday, because I have been experiencing, I'm a very sensitive energetically person. It's a gift because it helps me be super intuitive, and it's how I access a deep knowing. But at the same time, I need to moor myself on the earth and in my practices and do a lot of self-care so that I don't get like knocked down by it. And that's the point of this, from what the angel realm is gifting us with, the archangel realm, especially today. So they're going to be gathering around you in your space, wherever you are, and helping you to adjust your normal. Like, if you want, that's what I'm getting. If you want to come into a new normal, this is for you today, or any day. It doesn't just have to be for this eclipse. So let's think about that for a few minutes. What do you want your new normal to be? Start to think of what you want that to be characterized by. And you might even want to write a few words down. Like, for instance, yesterday I was saying, I want my new normal to be where I get all the benefit of a solar eclipse because it's bringing in a lot of light. And it's also clearing out a lot of things, but I want it to be fun and easy. And I even want it to happen with laughter. Like, I called that in. So, because I've been realizing laughter is such a good way to just get back centered. And now I'm in a much better place to laugh a lot more in my life in general. So, what do you want it to be like? Because you don't have to be at the mercy of the tides. There's tides on this planet. We've got tides in our political situation. We've got tides with COVID and our vaccine. There's still factions that are saying this and that in every realm. And those govern the tides as well. And so how do you want to be moored and accessing a higher plane of reality, or a higher disk of reality, as Abraham Hicks calls it? Do you want to navigate it? The way I'm seeing it right now is like, I want to be on the waves on my surfboard, standing up and really like a kick-ass surfer. Even though I've never surfed in my life, that's how I want to ride through, like, as many times as I can. Sure, life happens and I go through, things that are sad or bring me down or what have you. But by and large, I want to be able to stay in my place of ascended kind of mastery of my own energy on top of the wave. So that's my personal intention, and you're free to use any of that if you would like, or dig in a little bit and say, what would it be like? Maybe it will be wonderful to feel peace. Maybe if you've had heightened anxiety lately, or, or happiness or serenity or frivolity or feeling like a child again, or, whatever it is, start to call that in. And then the energy is going to start to shift. And then I'll formally do an adjustment and an attunement with our beloved Archangel Michael. By the way, his light, the light of Archangel Michael, is such a deep blue. So I've got my lapis on today, and you might call that in for yourself as well. We'll be working with a deep, deep blue. It's almost like the deep blue of the sea, that deep place in you that gets anchored more into you, so that you can harness your sun, your solar plexus, your sunlight, your eternal sun connection on a much deeper level going into the summertime. Doesn't that sound splendid? It kind of sounds really beautiful. So with that, first, I'm going to share a card, and this is going to be kind of about the dynamics on the planet today. The intention was that I drew a card from one of my many collections for this, but for helping us access a deeper understanding of ourselves in the context of the world plane. And so I love these cards. This is from a deck called Love Your Inner Goddess by Alana Fairchild. So full credit to Sister Alana. And the card that comes up is called the Madonna of Roses. And so it says on it, be a fierce warrior, heart of a warrior is what it says. And so the guides say there's a way to be fierce that doesn't betray the kindness of your heart. When you know that to enable someone to behave badly towards you doesn't help them or you, you don't need to subject yourself to unnecessary guilt for taking care of yourself or fear that you aren't being compassionate. You're teaching yourself and others the truth that love is based in mutual respect, and that trying to take what doesn't belong to you through any form of aggression or manipulation or seduction or persuasion is neither loving nor respectful. Thorns are sharp because they need to be. They don't diminish the beauty of the rose. They protect it. So when I read that, I thought, oh, that's interesting for this. And for listeners, for you all beautiful souls, it may speak to something personal going on in your realm, but it also may speak to the outside politics and things going on, because there's a lot of tumultuous things going on in lots of different countries even. And so what if the thorns that you can have of boundaries and of loving respect and of energetic distance are for any of that, and that you get to enlist that kind of support. You always get to. You don't have to be subject to anyone else's persuasions. And that's the key. So I hope that card blesses all of you in some way and will allow that notion that we're allowing our sun to shine. And when we do that, we also need appropriate boundaries. We also need appropriate setup. And that's what this whole energetic attunement is about, in the sense that it's about grounding into who you are and your truth. And sometimes that requires boundaries, right? So let us go into it. And this is going to be definitely a solar focused energy attunement. So I invite you to close your eyes and rub your hands together. Rub them kind of quickly together and generate some heat in your palms, activating your heart. And imagine that you're creating the heat of the sun raw right here in your palms. Even the sun might be between your hands. And feel it. Start to feel it and create a sun in your own presence in between your hands. If you want to keep rubbing them, that's fine. Bring the energy of our sun into your space through your hands. And then bring your hands down to that place above your belly button, your solar plexus. And however you feel like you want to align with your solar plexus, maybe you place your hands right on your belly there above your belly button, or maybe you hold your sun out in front of you. It doesn't really matter. Just start to feel in and connect with your breath going down into your belly. And imagine and visualize and see your own stellar sun, solar plexus, coming to life because you're bringing your awareness to it. And it's like a gold plate, yellow plate in front of your belly. And there's one aspect of it along your back. It's like a shield. It has many dimensions. But imagine that you're activating this solar plexus along your belly. It is a shield. It's also very allowing. It brings in what you need, and it does many, many, many things. And imagine underlying that is another component of it, which is a brilliant yellow lotus with 1,000 petals that are magnificent. And the geometric symmetry, the sacred geometry of this energy center in you is so splendid. It starts to shine like a diamond of yellow. And it starts to reflect out like a disco ball in every direction because you're thinking about it and you're bringing your awareness to it and you have divine help with it. And it starts to amp up. It gets amped up because you're bringing your own light through your hands and your heart and your concentration and your breath to it. So it's like a balloon blowing up this multidimensional, energetic, brilliant diamond yellow. And there's even a diamond shape to it that starts to spin right in the middle. So a yellow diamond begins to rev up because you're bringing your awareness to it. And notice how that feels. Notice what you sense. Maybe it's just calm. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's a little bit of agitation. Who knows? It could cause a lot of things because you're shifting, and it's all perfectly okay. So this is your solar engine revved up. And I invite you to enjoy this sensation if it's new for you. And this brilliant deep lapis blue light of Archangel Michael is beaming in front of each one of you into your heart and to your solar plexus. And in the stone, lapis lazuli, there's often this gold running through it. And so notice in the blue light, there's pure solid gold also, and it's activating blue and gold energy. And it starts to surround you completely. It starts to wrap around you from the Archangel realm through the loving, ever-loving presence and heart flame of Archangel Michael. And we just say, thank you, thank you, thank you, Archangel Michael. And this is fueling your own divinity, your own constitution, your divine constitution, your body, your chakra system, your heart, and your light column. And any particular adjustments that you wish, soul to soul, to receive today are bestowed. So if there is a new alignment, that you came here for to listen to this live or later, you will receive it. And you can ask specifically, and you can also trust that your soul knows what to ask for. And as the front of your solar plexus gets strengthened, notice how this blue light is wrapping around you into the back. It's like kind of like sealing you up like a burrito wrapper, because it's yours. This is your light that's wrapping in a new foundation of solid, transcendent, deep, deep blue and gold. Those are the colors of your truth chakra. So the blue is aligning with your solar plexus, your divine will. And it's upgrading, it's up-leveling. Because when you walk in your truth, in your divine will, in your knowing, you are stable. You know who you are without compromise, and you trust who you are, and you know that you're held and surrounded by so much love. So feel your body stabilize in your own truth, the light of who you are, the love of who you are. And your power center is being strengthened. And then let's go back to that imagination that you're this brilliant yacht, shiny, whatever kind of yacht you want to be. And you're on the waters, wherever you want your waters to be. On the ocean, on a lake, on a river. No, it's a vast body of water. And allow your feet to expand, your grounding, and send through your feet, through your very core, your core energy, down through the water, a new expanded anchoring system. Because to go up, to rise into your infinite light, the secret is always to go within and to go deeper. And this energy attunement is assisting with you to anchor deeply, literally anchor into the heart of the earth with your feet. And then imagine a blue lotus from below your feet, wrapping up 1,000 petals, coming up from below your feet and coming up to about the level of your heart, stabilizing your earthly centering and stabilizing your grounding. It's almost like a lily pad on the water, but it's a solid lapis blue incarnation of your ship, your stabilizing energy. And notice how your lower half, basically your legs, where you're sitting, becomes aligned within this brilliant blue lotus. The lotus of your divine will truth. And if you like, Archangel Michael invites you to ask your true self to open the doors to your new reality by asking, what is my truth? What is the truth of who I am? Who am I? And simply let that come in. Who am I? What is my truth? That's shifting. When you ask that, you're giving your soul permission to explore in myriad ways. And so notice what that's doing within you. This is an opening that will carry you forward through the coming months, really. Who am I? Show me. Who am I really? I know I'm this or that. I think I know, but really, who am I? That feels very much what you all are taking advantage of in this specific solar eclipse time. Show me who I am. And as the guides of Paul Selig have shown us, we're also bringing in a statement, a power statement. This is from one of his books, the Book of Love, perhaps, I'm not, or the Word, but by Paul Selig, just to credit him and his channeling. And this might be something you wish to write down and keep handy as well if it energetically strikes you as such. There's a statement that's very powerful to keep you in alignment during any times of tumultuous uprising, we'll call it. And that statement is this: I know who I am. I know what I do. And I know how I serve. I'm going to repeat that 2 more times. And notice energetically what that shifts in you. I know who I am. I know what I do. And I know how I serve. And one more time for the power of 3. I know who I am. I know what I do. And I know how I serve. Energetically, you may be feeling this bringing in golden light from the sun above you into your light column, into your body, filling you. Imagine the sun above you shining down in through every single cell in your body as you take in the truth of who you are. Even if you don't really know the answer to those questions or what it is, what you're doing is energetically activating your cellular body, your body at a cellular level, at a molecular level, with your own vibration and with divine vibration, so that it fills every single cell all the way down to your pinky toe, your toes, your fingers, your elbows, your back, your chest, your torso, your wings, your head. I know who I am. I know what I do, and I know how I serve. You might even add, I know who I serve. Who do you serve? Yourself? The divine? The collective? Your family? None of those, all of those? Mother Earth? Maybe none of that. But coming into clarity of that is extremely powerful. So if you wish for this to carry you forward in coming months as you explore yourself and perhaps your business, perhaps your life purpose, perhaps anything at all, that's an invitation. And so Archangel Michael is inviting us to see how this experience has brought us more deeply into alignment, and being that ship on the ocean that is on a blue lotus, able to withstand the waves, the breeze, even a hurricane, even a storm, even a big, huge wave, and come back to center very easily. Because if you'd like to call in your newfound ability to stay moored while being in the turbulence, being in life, being in it, in this world, but not of it, in this world, but not of it, in this world, but not of it. That's what we're talking about. So notice how your feet are feeling. Notice your legs. You might wish to move around or shake out your hands or wiggle your feet. You got this. You received this alignment, and it's going to percolate through. For some of you, that might take a little more time than others who've been doing this kind of work for a while, just so you know. But allow it. And during, coming days and weeks, when you find yourself at the behest of, say, you just heard some news on the TV or someone just ruffled your feathers, you can always come back to the center and the truth. And so one of the quickest ways to come back is to say, for instance, rub your hands together and place your hand on your heart and say that mantra channeled by Paul: I know who I am. I know what I do, and I know how I serve. You can call in help. Angels, please help me get back into center. Go on a walk, bring yourself back in. That's what we're going to be practicing a lot now in coming years, really, is stay the light that you are amidst turbulence. Because the world's always going to be the world, There's always going to be stuff. But how do you respond? Well, this is one way. This is one offering. So with that, I just say thank you for joining, for doing this with me. It's way more fun to do together. And thank you to the Archangel realm and Archangel Michael. Michael is not going anywhere. He's always here for you and me as a stable force. So say a prayer to Michael when you need it. He's always here. And I know that. That I know for sure. Thank you, Michael. And thank you all. Ami Twa Fa.